At dawn, Lagos Lagoon breathes awake. Boats clatter across the water, drivers honk, traders shout. The city is loud and fast and unforgiving, but beneath the waves' silence, a calm that holds old secrets, secrets that remember, and deep in that silence, something calls. A whisper, gentle, ancient, calling a name, Adanna. Adanna is 19, dark-skinned, sharp eyes, the color of amber. She lives in Makoko, the floating slum where houses balance on wood and water. She wakes early, wraps her scarf tight, and joins her auntie to sell fish by the shore. She knows struggle, she knows hustle, she dreams of more, but doesn't believe it's meant for someone like her. They call her strange. She hears things when she's near the water, soft songs that no one else hears. Sometimes the water moves when she's angry. Sometimes it feels like the waves are watching her, but she keeps her head down. In Makoko, being different can get you hurt. Then one morning, a white egret follows her. Not once, not twice, everywhere, even into the noisy market. Children laugh chasing it, but Adanna feels something else. The bird is watching her, like it knows something she doesn't. Later that night, a knife slips while she's cleaning fish. A deep cut. Blood spills, pain stings, but when the first drop of water touches her hand, the wound vanishes. No scar, no pain. Days later by the lagoon, a child falls into the water. People scream, no one moves, but Adanna does. Without thinking, she dives. The water surrounds her and holds her. She sinks deeper than she should. It stays under longer than any human can. And down there in the dark, she hears it, a voice like waves turned into language. You are not lost, you are home. When she rises, gasping, her skin glows faintly. Her eyes are brighter. People step back, whisper. Someone catches it on video. By evening, it's viral. Spirit girl of the Lagos Lagoon. That night, as the sun dies behind the lagoon, a man in all white finds her. His name is Baba Ife, priest of the ancient sea shrine. He doesn't speak at first, just watches. Then he bows to her. He looks into her eyes like he's seen them before, long ago. And then he says, "The blood of the tide runs through you, child. You are not just human. You are the last daughter of Mami N'ala, goddess of the deep." Adanna laughs. It sounds like madness, but deep down, the water inside her knows it's true. Every ocean keeps a secret, and this time, the sea is ready to speak. When Adanna closed her eyes, the sea began to speak. Not with words, but with feelings, with memory. The whispers she had always heard were not madness. They were calling her home. The priest in white, Baba Ife, had told her truths she didn't know how to carry. That her blood carried the tide. That she was more than just a girl from Makoko. She was the last daughter of Mami N'ala, the sea goddess the world had tried to forget. Once, Mami N'ala ruled the West African waters with balance and grace. But when foreign ships arrived, bringing chains and greed, the sea was silenced, her temples torn down, her name erased. Now, centuries later, the ocean had chosen a new voice. He teaches her to listen, and the water listens back. Adanna swimming faster than fish, dancing with current, hands glowing as she heals coral reefs with a touch. She learns that her emotions move the weather. Her joy calls rain, her sorrow stirs storms. She speaks with old marine spirits, some kind, some curious, some angry that she is late. She discovers ruins beneath the waves, sunken homes, coral-covered statues, broken memories, and they whisper her name like they remember. But peace is never left untouched. Chief Ikenna, a powerful billionaire, had begun building islands for the elite. He was draining sacred waters to build floating cities. But what he truly wanted was not land. He was searching for a relic lost to time. The sea pearl, a mythical gem said to control rain, storms, even time itself. To the world, he was a genius, but to the sea, he was a thief. Baba Ife warns Adanna as they walk through a glowing underwater cavern. The sea pearl is not just treasure, it is a test. If claimed by force, it will drown the thief in endless storms. But if awakened by the worthy, it brings the ocean back to life. Adanna watches fish return to dead waters as she passes by, her presence reviving the tide. She begins to understand this was never about power. It was about protection, about restoring balance. But claiming the pearl would change everything. She would become fully mermaid. No more land, no more makoko, no more auntie, no more barefoot runs to the market or singing with friends at the dock. A soft glow rises from the water. The pearl pulses in the distance, far beneath the waves. The ocean had given her a choice: stay human and stay safe, or dive deeper and become the storm. And Adanna, she was never one to run from the tide. Lagos was burning, not from fire, but from greed. Machines roared across the lagoon, pipes drained sacred waters, the skies above the city grew pale. The fish vanished, the tides grew sick, and at the center of it all, Chief Ikenna, a man with too much power and took little memory of where he came from. In his glass tower by the sea, he held the sea pearl, glowing, ancient, alive. He didn't see it as sacred. To him, it was a battery, something to charge his empire. But the ocean does not forget who it belongs to, and she was coming for it. Beneath the waves, the girl they once called Spirit had become something more. Adanna. Her legs were now fins, shimmering, strong. Her voice echoed like a storm. She was her mother's daughter, the final daughter of Mami N'ala, and she had heard the call. She rose from the deep like a wave of truth. The waters behind her followed, wild, rising blue fire in motion. Fishermen on the shore stopped to watch. Makoko children stood still, pointing. Is that Adanna? The battle began. Chief Ikenna's machine spun into motion. Drones hovered. Steel arms reached for the pearl. He didn't flinch when the water cracked open. But the sea had chosen. Adanna raised her hands and the lagoon answered. Tidal waves danced at her fingertips. Electric fish swarmed like arrows. Crabs cracked wires. Whirlpools swallowed the drill's whole. Rain fell. Thunder shook. A storm that wasn't in the forecast, but was written in destiny. But power comes at a cost. And when the last of the machines drowned, Adanna floated still. Her eyes closed. The sea pearl pulsed in her hands, faint like a dying heartbeat. She could have kept it, used it to become queen of the oceans. But she didn't. She let it go. With one final breath, she returned the pearl to the deep trench where it had waited for centuries. The lagoon quieted. The sky cleared. She disappeared into legend. Now, when the harmattan wind blows early in the morning and the fishermen toss their nets at dawn, they say, if you look carefully, you'll see her, hair like black silk, eyes like the sea, watching, guarding, glowing. She is no longer just a girl. She is a guardian, a memory, a whisper in the waves. They say the ocean has no memory, but Lagos remembers her name.